Hello there. Once again, this is Anton from Anton and Obey. Thank you once again for stopping by the toy room. Today we're looking at some comics. And I know I tend to look at Marvel a lot more than I do DC's. I do enjoy DC's. But like your mainstream titles, maybe not as much. I don't really care for Batman. And I love Superman, but I don't really read the books or anything like that. So the one DC title and the one direction of DC that I found that I do really enjoy is away from the JLA and stuff like that. And it's more like the Legions. Legion of Superheroes, Legionnaires. They're just so detached from everything else in the DC universe that it makes it easier for me to follow along and get to know characters that are not super mainstream DC stuff. Your stories are all outer space and they all feel a lot more sci-fi, and I really appreciate that. So here I got just 4 issues of Legionnaires. I don't think I have the first one, so it's just 2 through 5, I think. But whenever you have a book that has to tell you all the members that you're dealing with in this issue, that's a pretty good indicator that we don't expect you to absolutely know everybody who's here. And that's one thing I appreciate about Legionnaires and Legion of Superheroes. Is I think they know maybe I don't know everything about what's going on, so we can fill it in for you. But I've noticed a lot of these have really fun art. Oh, I should also probably grab the year 1993. So I've really enjoyed the art that I find in these. This is the most Marvel-esque. This is the most similar DC ever feels to Marvel, is during this period in the 90s where their art styles were more similar than they are now, and they just seem to really, like, I don't know, be filling the same kind of role, and I like it. I really enjoy it. It's got a fun feel to it. Like I said, I don't know who these characters are, but that doesn't mean I'm not intrigued. I'd say the use of panel work in this is a little odd, and whoever's doing these facial expressions, it's a little rough at times. I'm not wild about it. But certainly their colorist is doing a fantastic job. At least they remember to give us a big splash page every now and then, because that is important. Breakdowns on your character always helps to refamiliarize people with them who maybe are not as familiar, like myself, who are not, that in tune with DC. So yeah, I thought this book did a good job at making it enjoyable for people who maybe didn't know all of it. I also like the diversity of powers and stuff within the Legion of Superheroes. I know there's some dumb stuff in there, like Matter Eater Lad and things like that, but it does seem like any weird concept for a superpower they ever came up with, they were like, well, that's kind of dumb. That's not JSA. That's not for the JLA. Flash doesn't need this guy in his book. Just throw him in Legion of Superheroes or Legionnaires, because they're just odd enough. We can't put them with the Titans. This power is not good enough. So I feel like there was a lot of B-lister superheroes in Legionnaires and in Legion, and I always thought that was cool. Always thought that was cool. Always got to root for the B team. This is why I like books like New Warriors and Alpha Flight. And wow, she looks fantastic. Can't believe it. This is so cool. I'm beautiful. I'm powerful. This has got to be a dream. I feel like I could do anything to anybody. And it is payback time. I'm not even positive who this is. Who is this? I think it's a villain. Oh, it's that gal. Yeah. Anyway, good panel. Looks brilliant. I also noticed there's a countdown on these issues. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, which I think was cool. I didn't notice that when I pulled these. I really just pulled what I had in order. I don't always pull books in order. Sometimes I just kind of go with what I've got, and I'll do like a random draw. If I do have 4 books in a row, though, I do like to do the ones in a row. I just feel like that's better. The Martian Maulers. These are some great character designs, some great looks, very 90s, but 90s like sci-fi, so I'm enjoying it. Backwards hat guy. Legionnaire trash. Smug Legionnaires. She looks like fire, but I don't know that that's who that is. Is it? I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on there. The Reign of Superman thing, I missed all of that. That was not my time period for DC by any means. Emerald Empress. Now that she's not being controlled by an evil eye, return at some other guy. So what is our countdown to? If we've got 1, 2, 3, I guess it's not a count down, it's a count up. We're up to part 4. I'll have to see if I have the count up that goes any further. Look, it's Rob Liefeld and Jim Shooter appearing in person. People are always so mean to Rob Liefeld, and really, there's no call for it. I don't know if yellow is the color to wear when your flesh is pink. Kind of reminds me of Patrick and SpongeBob. Batman Nightfall 15. This is a pretty famous Batman story arc, I remember. Mostly my favorite version of Catwoman was from this era. The purple suit Catwoman was by far the best Catwoman, and that is the one that, like, I wish I had a good action figure out, was the purple suit Catwoman, because I thought she was fantastic. Best version of Catwoman. Not the movie versions, not anything like that. Purple spandex Catwoman was the best. With the big black hair. Loved it. Very, very 90s. And I do miss the 90s. Boy, they are giving you a fantastic ending page on almost all of these. Just a big build up for what's next. I don't believe I have the next issue. These are the ones that I just kind of find, and as I find them, I snag them. But I don't have a ton of Legionnaires. I've bought a few from a guy here in town. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, it's a good book. If you're into that kind of, this era, that 90s era, a lot of color, a lot of flash, density of story. They had it going on. Legionnaires was a good book. And that is my story. So I will catch you guys later. Thank you for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you want to. Have a good day. Bye.